Hi everyone, Gary here again with another video. Today, I want to talk about getting back to basics. I want to talk about making things easy. Sometimes people who may be interested in keeping an aquarium will do their homework. They'll look things up on the internet, and that's good. But what they'll find is a lot of technical stuff. And then they'll go, oh, that's too hard for me. I don't want to work that hard. I don't want to do all that math. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be that way. Keeping fish can be very easy. I want to show you those ways. I've been keeping fish for about 20 years, off and on, mostly on. And I started off simple. I got pretty technical for a while. And now I'm back to simple, and my fish are healthier now, being simple, and I'm enjoying it a lot more. So that says a lot for that. So I'm going to make a series of videos that are going to hit on a few points and how to make things simple. There are videos. Please do your homework. There are a lot of videos, a lot of fish videos out there. So I'm going to split this series up into a few categories and try to make them simpler. First category is going to be choosing your hardware. Your aquarium, your stand, your heater, filters, your light, your test kit. You got to have a water test kit. It's not hard, don't worry. Next category is going to be cycling your tank, the fish cycle. Yes, you should know it. Do you have to? No, but what you do have to know is patience. And of course, you're going to set up choose your hardware by choosing what you want to keep first. And that will change over the years from time to time. Don't worry about it. It's okay. And your maintenance schedule. You got to have a weekly maintenance schedule. Now, I'm actually going to start with the maintenance schedule video first because people have been asking for it. So that's what they're getting. All right, let's get started. Okay, folks, one of the first things I do is I like to wash my hands up to just past my elbows with isopropyl alcohol. It gets any soap residue I have on my hands off, and then I rinse with water and a clean paper towel to dry. And then I'll get started on the actual water change and maintenance. Okay, now that I've washed up, I was thinking about something while I was doing it. The things that I do are not the only way to do things. There are 100 ways to do it. Well, I'm not going to say none of them are wrong, but most of them are right. Whatever you find best for you, go that way. It'll be all right. Now, the first thing I recommend is get you one of these. It's a Python. It will save you a lot of trouble. I don't mess with buckets. I use this. I also recommend getting a real Python. They cost a little bit more, but well worth it. Now, the instructions for the Python say to hook it up with the adapter to your sink and run the sink water to start a siphon. I just run it out the back door. I actually have two of them that I put together, so I have a really long hose. I just run out the door and start the siphon out there and let it run outside. The plants outside love it. Also, I have a watering can. And what I do is the first bit of stuff that I take from the gravel, I put in the watering can. Your houseplants will love it. It is full of nitrates. Houseplants will love it. They'll go crazy for you. So let's get started. Let's open the tops. We're going to go ahead and stick that in there. Make sure your valve here is open. And we'll go out here and start the siphon. There we go. Now, the water's coming down here and going right outside. Now what you're going to want to do here, I'm going to shut the water off because I don't want to suck up that plant bulb there. Turn it back on. But what I do, see, look at all that. Look at all that stuff. Look at all that foam coming out of there. You want to get all that out. That's pure nitrates there. Now, unless you have live plants. This aquarium is full of live plants. I don't add any chemicals or fertilizer. Well, there that's what I was getting to. I do put root tabs in for these. So where those root tabs are, I'm not going to siphon the gravel. But everywhere else, I'm going to go through and siphon this gravel up. And even if you don't do that, if you just wave it over the gravel, look at that, it kicks it right up and then you just siphon it up. I generally do about a 20% water change a week. Again, you don't have to do math, just guesstimate, and it's not that hard. Now, I just planted that plant in the back, so I'm going to stay away from that one. Now, this one is actually my wife's aquarium, but I do the maintenance for her. Now, this aquarium is a basic aquarium. It has no CO2 injection, no chemicals I put in. The only fertilizer I do is root tabs. Again, keeping it simple. Look at all that stuff I'm pulling up. And I'm just waving this over the, like I was saying, if you don't have any plants, like in this area, I know I have no roots or root tabs. Go ahead and stick it down there. Get all that stuff out of there. I know I got root tabs over there, so I'm going to be careful there. Yeah, now these places I have root tabs, I just wave it over the top and it kicks up any mulm or detritus, fish poop. And I can vacuum it right up. Now I'm going to go a couple of seconds longer here till I get down to where I feel is about 20%. Alright, I'm just going to guess that that's probably pretty close. Shut your valve off. Pick this up. And we'll go to the next aquarium. Now this aquarium has no root tabs or anything in it. Now I had shut the valve off, so all I got to do now is get this primed again. Just stick it in there, let it fill with water, get the fish out of it. You guys, really? All right, now I've got that full of water. Open the valve, and here we go. I gotta watch that fry right there. Get it out of there. Get away. Get away. Don't want to suck up the babies. Watch out for the fry, and I want to make sure that my filter, the sponge on my filter inlet stays below the water line, otherwise my filter goes dry. And it's right about there. Pull it out. And now we head over to the last tank. That's fine, leave it running like that. It's okay. Now for this aquarium, I have an automatic water change system on it. So all I'm doing here, I'm going to switch these from this one that came with it to just a standard piece of PVC. This is 1/2-inch PVC, and look at that, fits right on there. Because if you see, it's fairly clean. I have an automatic water change system on this, so all I have to do is get up a lot of the detritus. I try to get as much as I can of the detritus sitting on the bottom. Get the air out of it there. All right, now I'm just going to go through here real quick, pick up the detritus off the bottom. Try not to disturb the youngins too much. Most of it seems to collect right over here, well, way over there at the bottom of the, which kind of makes it easy, because that's all I have to clean up then. And that's it for this aquarium. I'll pull this out, take that off, and let the rest of this drain. Now I'm going to drain this hose because I am done draining aquariums. Now what I'm going to do, I have a little bit of spot algae on the front here, or actually it's not spot algae, it's just this brown algae. You see it right here. I'm going to go ahead and clean that up a little bit. Okay, so I got this spot algae on the front, or brown diatom algae, that's what it is. Brown diatom algae. It's actually on the entire aquarium, on all the glass surfaces, and a lot of the other surfaces as well. But I'm not worried about the other surfaces. The brown diatom algae is actually signs of a healthy tank. Now, let's see if I got it all. I see a spot I don't really like. So we'll come back over here. Looks like I missed this spot right here. And there we go. I'm using this type of algae scraper on this one. Doesn't really matter as long as you don't scratch the glass. Now, all my aquariums are glass. Make sure you get the right ones. If you have acrylic, you don't want to use a stainless steel scraper. They have special ones for acrylic so that it won't scratch. Now this aquarium is done. All I got to do is wipe it up a bit. Anywhere where I've spilled, which you always do, trust me, you always spill. It's not a big deal though, just wipe it up. Even if I don't spill, you're going to find watermarks on there or fingerprints, especially fingerprints, whatever. Just wipe it down. Makes it look really nice. Keeps it clean. Oh, there's spots right there. Look at that. And there we go. Now this one's done. This aquarium has an automatic water change system on it. It's constantly dripping water in and then it goes to an overflow down the drain. Now because of that, I don't have to refill this. It does it automatically for me. Real convenient. Now we come back to this one with our lowered water. And I just got this new scraper. I think I like it. And I'm going to use that on the front glass. I have some green spot algae on here, which of course I see it during the week and when I go to get it up. Now, because see how white that is? I don't know if the camera can pick this up. Let me find some here. See, I don't know if you can see those two spots right there. Again, I don't mess with the side glass or the back glass. I try to give the plecos something to gnaw on because they like that. But in this aquarium, because of the live plants and everything, I rarely have any algae at all. Let me qualify that. I have black beard algae, which I'm working on, but no spot algae. Black beard algae, I'll do another video on how I'm going to treat that, and that's that one. Now, each of my aquariums has its own cleaning tools. I don't use the same one. Now, I used to, back in the day, I used the same one for all my aquariums. I don't do that anymore because if the fish are sick in one aquarium and I go and I use it on this one and then another one, well, guess what? Now those sick fish are going to be sick. So, now I use separate ones for each aquarium. This one won't take much either. I have pest snails in this one. My other aquariums do not have any snails. Oh, fish, get out of there. And that's it for that section.